There's websites like G2A that give Steam keys away for, a fraction of the price, but the developers don't get anything, and it's really scummy, and sometimes you don't even get the key. Well, Games Planet is similar in terms of you get great discounts on games, but fortunately, the game developer gets the portion that they deserve, and of course it is a very trusted website. So click the link and there's discounts on stuff like Kingdom Come Deliverance, the Total War games, all that stuff. You'll find very good discounts, and I'll get a tiny little kickback, so it's a great way to support the channel. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. Today we're back in Kingdom Come Deliverance, and we're going on with our tutorials again. Now this is a tutorial that I think many people might want to see. I would definitely have wished there was a proper tutorial like this, because there are some on YouTube, but they're more on how to lockpick and not the best way to level up your lockpicking or get better at it. So I think this is probably going to be quite a useful tutorial for some people. So how do you start lockpicking? Well, we all know that lockpicking is known for being so hard in Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's pretty hard to level up, and really a lot of the time it just takes a lot of work to really get it to that point. But there are some places in Kingdom Come Deliverance where you can lockpick a lot and you'll get more XP than others, and these are what I found are the best places to lockpick. Well, first off, we all know in one of the missions you have to learn lockpicking from Miller Man. Here you go around the back, and there's an easy chest. Now this is a fine place to start off. Of course, you get a few lockpicks and you can start off here. Easy chests are nice. Once you get your level up to about level 4 though, maybe 4 or 5, I'm not 100% sure, but that's from whereabout I've tested, you can unlock hard chests. Now hard chests are great. You can get some pretty good loot out of them, and you can sell it on for some great money. Now these hard chests, you'll find some of them scattered in the secret treasure maps around the woods. You'll also find them in some of the harder houses and buildings in Kingdom Come Deliverance, such as armorers or tailors or traders and things like that will have hard chests with some of their stock, their loot in it, and it's great for also leveling up. Now, where is the best place to level up these hard chest lockpicks to get to the level for very hard chests, and then you'll be able to do everything? Well, I found the best place is Sasau. The reason this is the best is because it's a pretty big place. It's got pretty much everything. It's got an armor, it's got a scribe, it's got a trader, all these great places for leveling up. But you might say, Rattay is good for that. Well, yes it is, but Rattay is full of guards. You're going to have quite a hard time trying to sort out getting around the guards and not be spotted, and the doors in Rattay are actually a lot of the times on the weaponsmith and armor are very hard locks, so you're not going to be able to get in with them straight away. So Sasau on the doors of the armor and the scribe, and I think the trader, maybe the trader, or it might be the tailor, has hard locks on the doors. So these are a lot easier than the very hard locks, but they get you a good amount of XP. Now the best one I found is the armory. This is because the guards, there's one guard that patrols past the armory every about 10 minutes-ish, so you'll have a good amount of time to do this. Once you unlock the first door, make sure you're very careful though, as the guy that owns the armory, I guess we can call him the armorer, or Phil, I'm not 100% sure, but he is very prone to waking up since his bed is in the door right next to the door, basically, so he's going to be able to hear pretty much anything. If you're in the quieter stuff, I was doing this in full armor, so obviously that's going to be a bit louder. If you're in the quieter stuff, you might have a better chance, but, 8 times out of 10 he was waking up, but those 2 times, there is another door. If you get into the armory with the first hard lockpick, there's a door just to your left, which is where his bed is, and if you've got time, lockpick that, get through it. You get 2 doors in about the space of getting 1 door, so it's great XP. I leveled up, I think, about 2 levels in the space of 20 minutes of going in and out. And the reason I did this is because once you go in, try and wake him up. I know that might seem counterproductive, but try and wake him up. Once he wakes up, run out of there. Make sure he doesn't properly see you, because once he wakes up, he'll come to the door, he'll be like, oh, what's going on here? And he'll close it again and he'll go back to sleep, or he'll close it and he'll go for a walk. So this way you've got an automatic resetting hard lockpick. Now the even better thing about the armory is once you lockpick through the first door, directly ahead there is a chest. Now, I've found that chests give you a little bit more XP than doors. Maybe it's a placebo effect, but chests seem a little bit harder. And of course, they're a lot louder when you open a chest than a door. So I think, from what I've seen, they give you a little bit more XP. So I definitely try and find hard chests, but hard doors are also great. So Armory in Sasau is probably the best place for grinding it up, for getting your XP levels up, because you've got 2 doors, 2 hard doors and 1 hard chest, all in the space of about a meter from each other. So it's absolutely great. Now the other place to go in Sasau is the Scribe. And this is a lot easier than the Armory, but it's not very efficient. if you go up to the scribe, there is a small balcony, there's some stairs that go up to the side of the house, and you can lockpick. This is a hard lockpick. Now, it's a lot easier because it's hidden behind the balcony. Anyone guards walking below won't be able to see you as long as you're crouched, and you can lockpick through. Now, the issue with this is, no matter how hard I tried, I could not get... There was about 5 people in this building, and I could not get any of them to wake up. I was jumping around in my full plate. I was jumping on top of them. I was opening all the chests and things. These were easy lockpicks. I was opening them all, making as much noise as possible, but not a single one woke up, which means that they couldn't reset the door. So the scribe is one that does have a hard door, but it's not the best because they seem to not really want to reset the door. So the armory in Sasau is amazing for grinding up. Now, how else can you do it if you don't really want to grind? Well, there is an easier way, but it does take a little bit of money, and it's not very good for the long run. If you want a quick way to get up a level or two, this is a good way of doing it. Go to Miller Paycheck and you can click training, and of course you can learn how to pickpocket, but you can also learn how to lockpick. And if you ask, can I learn how to lockpick some more, then what it'll do is he'll give you an option. You can get the beginner training, you can get the slightly advanced, you can get the advanced, and you can get the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the highest level. Now, you do need certain levels, so the beginner you can do at any level. Slightly advanced I think is level 5, then it's level 10, then level 15 I think for the highest one. So make sure you're these levels before you can do this, but if you click on it, he'll ask for a little bit of money. I think the starting was about 60 groschen, then it goes for about 120 groschen, and so on and so on. But if you do that, he'll give you a massive amount of XP, and for me that leveled me up 1 skill point in literally instantly. You don't even have to do anything, he'll just give you that XP automatically. No even cutscene, it'll just skip to you getting XP. So that's a great way of short term doing it, but like I said, the best way, going to Sasau, leveling up here. Now, what happens once you get to very hard level? Now, very hard level, I've seen a lot of forums of people are debating on it. Some people are saying it's level 15 now the patch is done, but I think it's around level 9 or 10 or maybe even 11 for getting the very hard doors at least. And I have heard, this is the reason my chest conspiracy, or why they're a bit harder, is I've heard chests are level 15 to open at very hard level. But if you have any confirmation of that, make sure you leave it down in the comments. I'm sure it'll be very helpful for some people. So yes, grinding chests, getting the very hard chests, the more you do it, the more you'll be able to open. I found now I can open very easy, hard chests, no problem. I'm not quite at the very hard level, I'm still completely breaking lockpicks because I'm not quite leveled up enough, but hard chests I can open without breaking a single one. Now, there are some perks that you probably want to use. There's perks where you're less likely to break lockpicks, or if you do complete a lock, then you'll be able to actually have a chance of repairing your lockpicks, or there's a perk where you start the lockpick where it's a bit closer to the center so it's easier to unlock. These perks will always help. But the main thing really is practicing. Go into Sasau, this is the best area. The Armourer, the best area. Make sure you're watching out for guards though, because he does walk around every now and then. And you might even be able to take out the Armourer, smother him in his sleep. I don't know how well that would work. I did try and knock him out, but he seemed a bit too conscious for that, so it didn't work very well and he called a guard. But if you can even knock the Armourer out, then you've got free reign on his house. But remember, he won't reset any of the locks, so that is a bit of an issue as well. But finally, if you get to the higher level where you can do the very hard locks, make sure you go to Rattay. I'm sure this will be amazing once you get to that level, but remember to watch out for guards. There are small alleyways down the side of the weaponsmith and the armourer that you can use to lockpick in, and there's a massive plethora of very hard locked doors and locked chests. So as long as you're in dark clothing, you're staying hidden, you've got quiet clothes. There's some sneaking boots which I found the other day which are quite cool, which I think the boots that make the least noise in the game, which is nice. And there's tons of stuff. There's armourers, there's weaponsmiths, there's scribes, there's traders, and they all have the hardest locks on the doors that you can absolutely get tons of XP if you go around lockpicking that. And it's great for money as well. Just remember that if you lockpick into the armourer or the weaponsmith, there's armour and weapons you can just steal, but make sure you don't sell them in the same town. Remember, sell them in the other town so you don't get caught. But that's pretty much it for this tutorial in Kingdom Come Deliverance on lockpicking. If it was helpful, make sure you leave a like down below and support the channel however you want, and I'll keep doing these tutorials. Any other tutorial ideas, make sure you leave comments down below. But until then, I will see you in the next one.